Okay. I guess I'm not getting my 3, 2, 1. I thought it could take 3 seconds to take a sip of coffee. This 6, so this 6 goes on guitar. It warps up on that from the G string to the B string. Okay, on the cello, when we go from the bass string to the next string up, we're going to warp not in the other direction, but also one over. So let's look at the G. Since the A has a pretty tough interval there, we played it. I can hardly see it. Let's look at the G short on the guitar. I'm only going to play the bottom 4 strings because we don't want to complicate, and I didn't draw in the 5th string there. Whoopee for me, right? So we got a nice S3D there, you know. I mean, but really just look at the G, I call it the S5G. Okay, the S5G is like, alright, we're going to play that on the cello, and so you know how, if you know how to play that scale, everything just got a staircase to the left there. So let's look at that. Remember, it's going to be a different pitch because I've down tuned this. Alright, so let me just check the tuning on it. Okay, it sounds pretty good. This is the tuning I've got it on. Okay, so it's not going to sound the same as that G because it's down tuned a 4th. But let's look at that. We can play 6, 7 root, and it's going to be an Aeolian. Oh yeah, it's going to be an Aeolian. It's going to be okay, but on the with the down tuning here, probably be up here a little bit, a 4th below. Let's see. Alright, so I knew this was going to get a little complicated. I don't want to get in it too much, but this is actually an E because I've down tuned it. So we want to play an E Aeolian. What's E the 6th of G? Here we go. Okay, now let's look at it. We're going to play that on the cello. We have the 6, 7 root up there. Put the cursor on it. So it goes 6, 7 root. Excuse my playing position here, and then to 2, 3, 4. We've got to go over to this note, and then over another whole step, and then 7 root 2 up here. Okay, so it's kind of hard to see. You know, it's kind of hard to do. You might want to do it vertically, if you can see that happening right here. Let me adjust the height of it a second. Okay, I've got the height adjusted. Maybe we can see this. We're going to play an Aeolian. It's going to sound like this. It's going to actually start on this, on the A note indicator when it's tuned up to its normal tuning, where this would be C, this would be an A, but we're going to do it. So we're going to use that same Aeolian scale. 6, 7 root, 6, 7 root, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2. Okay. Okay, so that I'm actually playing an E Aeolian. So that's the name of that tune. Watch out for that E. Boy, I had to go way up here for this E. Up here. Okay. I had to go way up here for the E. From the G string, from the G string shape short. We could, you know, we could do the long one, but we have to talk about that. Oh yeah. Okay, so we did a couple of shorts, and that's how it works. Same thing. Notice this one's going from 7 to 3 is really only, just a double reverse warp. Okay, so it's just two half steps over. Okay, on the Dorian, doesn't seem like we have anything to worry about, but watch out. This interval, I'm going to put something just about this on this chart after this, that this is like a pretty good interval here from 5 to 7. Alright, it's a perfect third because you got a perfect fifth here, diminished fifth here, perfect fourth there, and a perfect third there. Okay, so it's actually in guitar it's like it's a perfect third. It is a perfect third, actually in cello rather. Perfect third in guitar would be like this. Okay, because a fourth and then a third, but in cello it's a fifth. Let's do it from root. Fifth, diminished fifth, fourth, third. There you go. So watch out for those kind of big intervals there. So obviously from this root to this 3 is equal to this 5 to this 7 when you're building that string shape. So let's look at the D. D is 2, 3, 4. These are the shorts now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now we're going to play that on the cello. All right, so the D, it's gonna sound like this. So we're going to play a Dorian from here. Okay, so all I really got to do is play in the key of G on the guitar because I down-tuned the cello and everything's easy. For instance, a Phrygian is going to sound like this. Let's play it on the cello. Where's our C? Our C is over here. Okay, so the Phrygian, we're going to start 3, 4. It's going to sound like what I just did. And maybe I could just do it vertically here. So I'm going to grab this thing with my knees. So we'll start maybe here. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3. Okay, just count. 3, 4, 5, string shape, that's C. 6, 7, root, that's G string shape. And then D. Now what are they doing? They're going up in string shape fifths. You know that from guitar, right? You're going up in string shape fifths. So with an Aeolian, oh, that was a Phrygian. So let's start a Phrygian G here. Okay, we'll borrow 4 strings here. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's C. Fifth of C is G. 6, 7, root. Fifth of G is D. 2, 3, 4. Fifth of D is A. 5, 6. There it is. 5, 6 on that Phrygian. I made a mistake, but anything sounds good sometimes, you know. Alright, so that's what's going on with the short patterns. Let's move along. To play guitar cage string shapes on cello, you have to staircase them. String shape, staircase, same string shapes here. Okay, same string shapes here. Alright, so I put the little caged here. So this is how the string shape build goes on the guitar. This is the guitar build. Okay, and we talked about the mirror images on the cello and things like that, but this is kind of like a Sunday school lesson because it's missing the fourth and say, hey, what's this missing? You know, they used to have Bible passages missing certain words, you know. Love thy blank. Love thyself? No. Love thy neighbor. Okay, so, so this is how